Hi, I'm attorney Ben Haynes. I'm the founding partner at the law firm of Haynes and DePaz. I've been blogging and vlogging about foreclosure surplus litigation in the state of Florida for about 3 years, and had a lot of interesting cases within the state that I discuss and let the public know what is going on in the world of surplus law in Florida. Today I want to discuss, when does the 60-day deadline start for a subordinate lien holder to make a claim to surplus funds? And is it just 60 days that the banks or the HOAs or any other subordinate lien holder, is it just 60 days for them to make a claim? Well, I have a case in Pinellas County where, and here are the facts. The auction took place on March 30th. And it's important to note that the 60-day deadline and time frame to make a claim for surplus funds does not start at the auction date. It starts when the certificate of disbursements is issued. So on March 30th of 2018, Regions Bank made a claim for surplus, the foreclosure auction took place. On April 3rd, just 4 or 5 days after the auction, the subordinate lien holder made a claim for surplus funds. It wasn't until April 16th where the certificate of disbursements was issued. Now, when the certificate of disbursements is issued, that's when the 60-day window to make a claim for surplus funds occurs. So most of the time, people discuss a lien holder not making a claim or making a claim too late after the 60-day deadline. But what happens if someone that's a subordinate lien holder makes a claim before the 60-day window? And that's what I'm here to discuss. Originally at the hearing, the judge denied the bank's motion based upon the arguments I made. However, after reconsideration, I suppose, the court decided to grant the bank's motion. Now, we're going to be taking this up on appeal, and this is why. The statute gives a subordinate lien holder 60 days to make that claim. There's been cases in Florida specifically where a subordinate lien holder makes a claim during the pendency of the case. So before, when you're served with a complaint, a subordinate lien holder will respond stating that they want the surplus funds. The courts in Florida has determined that just because you put that in your answer to the complaint or within the case, it does not constitute making that claim for the surplus funds within the 60-day window. So what's going to be litigated is, does the bank really have, or does the subordinate lien holder really have only 60 days to make a claim? Because in the instant case in Pinellas County, the bank made a claim before the 60-day clock started, before that 60-day window to make those claims. The Regions Bank made a claim 2 weeks before that window started. So that would make it a 74 or 75-day window for a subordinate lien holder to make a claim for surplus funds, which we don't believe the statute, that's the intent of the statute. Because if it was, then any party could make a claim at any time. Any subordinate lien holder can make a claim at any time before the auction or before the certificate of disbursements, and that would be them claiming their surplus funds. That's not the law in Florida. The law in Florida is 60 days after the certificate of disbursements is issued. And the emphasis is on after. That's what the statute says. So we'll be taking this issue up on appeal to let the appellate court decide, is it true that a subordinate lien holder has a 60-day window to make a claim for the surplus funds, or as the trial court decided, can they make it before the certificate of disbursement? So that's what the issue is going to be litigated. I know it's not going to make a huge difference moving forward, because on July 1st, that 60-day window is extinguished, and the legislature has moved it to a year from the certificate of disbursement. So that's going to really put a hold on things with regards to surplus funds being dispersed. There's going to be a lot of cases that could be closed out that are going to be sitting around because of these new deadlines. But the issue at hand here that we're going to find out what the appellate court has to say is this a 60-day window, or is a subordinate lien holder allowed to make that claim before that window opens, and yet they're still entitled to the funds? So we'll keep you updated on the process of the appeal and any updates that occur after we make our filing.